American soldiers faced a nightmare they weren't prepared for, and it wasn't just the bullets. In December 1944, German soldiers launched a surprise offensive through the Ardennes Forest. Outnumbered, outgunned, and low on supplies, they still crushed American units and changed the way modern armies fight forever. December 16, 1944. Over 400,000 German soldiers silently pour through the Ardennes Forest. No fanfare, no alarms, just an ocean of troops moving like ghosts through the trees. American radar picked up nothing. Intelligence didn't even suspect a thing. By sunrise, entire American units were surrounded, cut off, and annihilated. The crazy part, these Germans weren't just lucky. They were outnumbered, outgunned, and running on almost nothing. Yet somehow, they performed better than the Americans at every turn. Veterans from World War II, Korea, and even Vietnam later said the same thing. The Germans were the hardest, deadliest enemy they'd ever faced. And that's the question that haunts every report, every after-action note. How? How could a force on the brink of collapse move like a predator and turn American units into casualties before anyone even knew what hit them? And this part blew my mind. German soldiers didn't just start training when they enlisted. Nope, they started at age 10. Through the Hitler Youth, boys weren't just marching around singing songs. They were learning rifles, discipline, and strategy. By 1938, 1.5 million of them were trained in marksmanship. By 1939, the German High Command was directly supervising its field exercises. These weren't kids messing around, they were mini soldiers ready long before the first shot of war. Now compare that to an American soldier in 1944, 19 years old, maybe a bit scared, with 3 to 4 months of total training. Learn your role, follow orders, and get shipped out. No initiative, no preparation for chaos. And here's where it hits you. Picture an American infantry squad pinned down in a French village by machine gun fire. They radio back, then wait, and wait. 15 minutes crawl by while artillery calculations happen. 15 minutes of frozen fear. Now take a German squad in the same spot. The sergeant scans, sees a weak point, and signals 2 soldiers to flank. No words, no hesitation. 3 minutes later, they neutralized the threat. That's a 12-minute gap. 12 minutes that turned into lives lost, battles lost, and a pattern American soldiers couldn't ignore. And here's the deeper secret. The Germans didn't just train soldiers, they taught a philosophy. It's called Auftragstaktik, or mission tactics. The idea: officers tell you what to achieve, not how to do it. Judgment, adaptability, initiative, that's what mattered. Contrast that with American units, where every move is dictated. Step here, fire there, wait for orders. The German approach allowed smaller squads to hold positions against larger forces, to improvise when chaos hit, and to capitalize on every weakness they spotted. This wasn't an accident. It had been refined for decades, generation after generation, combining battlefield experience with smart thinking. The result? Soldiers who weren't just following orders. They were professionals who could read, adapt, and dominate a battlefield on their own terms. And it shows everywhere, from small village skirmishes to massive engagements. Germans consistently outmaneuvered and outperformed. Their doctrine didn't just make them soldiers, it made them lethal. And for the Americans facing them, it was like running into a wall of instinct, skill, and deadly precision. And this is where things get brutal. The German soldiers defending France weren't just fresh recruits. They were hardened veterans of the Eastern Front. Stalingrad, Kursk, the endless waves of Soviet attacks. They'd survived winter so cold it froze rifles solid, frostbite that chewed through flesh, and chaos that would have broken most men. They knew how to fight when everything went wrong, because on the Eastern Front, everything always went wrong. Now imagine being an American soldier landing at Normandy, seeing your first enemy fire, and hearing your first death scream. No experience, no battlefield instincts, just raw fear. Yet the Germans kept getting deadlier under pressure. Take Berlin, April 1945, surrounded by 2.5 million Soviets, 6,250 tanks, and 41,600 artillery pieces. The German defenders, maybe 100,000 soldiers, mostly old men and teenagers, killed 81,116 Soviet soldiers and destroyed 1,997 tanks in 2 weeks. But it wasn't just skill. Sometimes strategy kills them. Tanopol, March 1944. 4,600 soldiers, brilliant veterans, ordered to hold a hopeless position by Hitler. In a month, 4,545 were dead or wounded. Professional skill wasted on insane strategy. Brutal, but it shows the gap between experience and leadership. And here's a piece everyone gets wrong: the weapons. Germans had the MG-42, nicknamed the buzzsaw. 1,200 rounds per minute. You couldn't hear single shots, just a relentless buzzing slicing through the air. German squads were built around it, with riflemen supporting. American squads reversed. One MG-42 in skilled hands could outgun an entire American rifle squad. Then there's the tank myth, the one you've heard a million times. 5 Shermans to kill 1 Tiger. Total BS. The 1946 U.S. Army study shows the Sherman versus Panther kill ratio, 3.6 to 1 in favor of the Sherman. Tigers were rare. Most German tanks were Panzerdorfos, and Shermans fought them evenly. The real story: America didn't need superior tanks. They had numbers and reliability. Production, logistics, and sheer quantity won the day, not just better technology. But when facing a German squad with MG-42s, seasoned officers, and battlefield instinct, American soldiers still paid the price. Weapons alone don't make a soldier deadly. It's training, tactics, and experience combined. And here's the irony. America had the best logistics the world had ever seen. Guns, tanks, artillery, air support. You name it, they had it. Germany, barely enough fuel to move, ammo running thin, supplies stretched to the breaking point. But here's the twist: America's abundance slowed them. Soldiers waited for resupplies, set up supply lines, and moved methodically. German units, light, fast, constantly moving. Hit in the morning, retreat by afternoon, then counterattack. Take the Battle of the Bulge. Germany lost over 100,000 men, gone, irreplaceable. America. Replacements were already crossing the Atlantic, yet those early fast German maneuvers caused devastating casualties. Speed, adaptability, and the ability to move without waiting for a convoy made a huge difference in the chaos of battle. Individual engagements turned bloody, even against a force with overwhelming numbers. And now, the part no one talks about enough. In January 1945, the Ardennes, coldest winter on record in Western Europe. Not just bullets, not just shells. American soldiers were losing their feet to trench foot. Wet, freezing, rotting flesh. In 2 months, 23,000 casualties. Germans? They'd been through Eastern Front winters. They knew how to survive ice, snow, and frostbite, and still fight. But the psychological toll hit differently. Many German soldiers looked like the Americans themselves. Same ancestry, same faces. That made killing harder. Until Malmedy. SS troops lined up 84 captured Americans and machine-gunned them. No rules, no mercy. That's when any sympathy vanished. Combat wasn't just physical, it was mental, emotional, and relentless. Facing someone who looks like you, trained to kill, and willing to die. That's a nightmare soldiers carried in their heads long after the bullets stopped flying. And here's the ultimate truth. German soldiers were tactically brilliant, but Hitler's strategy, squandered their skill. Ternopil, the Battle of the Bulge, fortress cities, professional soldiers thrown into hopeless situations, brilliance wasted on insanity. America had advantages Germany couldn't touch: sheer numbers, industrial might, and logistics that moved mountains. One Liberty ship launched every day, one bomber every hour. Germany couldn't keep up. Every German casualty was irreplaceable. For America, losses were quickly replaced. And yet, despite all that, American soldiers didn't just see enemies, they saw professionals. They respected the German soldier, not the Nazi ideology. That respect was carried forward. After the war, the U.S. military studied German tactics, borrowing mission-oriented command, decentralized leadership, and NCO initiative. German skill left a mark on modern armies, even if their nation lost the war. German soldiers were fearsome, trained, and battle-hardened, but strategy and numbers won the day. America learned from its skills, adopting mission tactics that still shape armies today. Did German quality outweigh Allied quantity? Comment below with your thoughts and subscribe for more history that reveals the brutal truths behind the myths.